I'm going to start off first with a poet who is really good. And she'll make you laugh, make you cry. Please welcome Jac-Lyn Stark.
I think this is right. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. So, thank you everybody for being here to listen. That last set, that music was so amazing. Oh my God. It was just like world-class, beautiful, beautiful jazz. And it was really something. So, I'm going to read a variety of poems. I write poems about different things, sometimes animals, sometimes fruit, sometimes vegetables. So I'm going to start off with this. This is it's a set of 2 poems. It's called Bee Poems. And this is pretty much true. So a lot of the times the poems that I write are based on things that really happen, although I do often take poetic license, which is basically lying. Okay, so this is Be Sweet. 1, be kind. On World Bee Day, I wake up thinking of yellow. Buzzing phone alarm reminds me how much I always wanted to pet a bumblebee. Hold her in my hand, gently caress her fuzzy stripes. Last week, the biggest bee I've ever seen was buzzing against my window as I stirred honey into my tea, wondering how the hell it got trapped in this messy kitchen with no way out. Desperately hurling herself against glass, I captured her in a mug covered with images of meadowsweet and swamp thistle and freed her from my back porch. Watching her fly away with some reluctance, I think she looked back to thank me. 2, beware. The next day, my friend got stung right on the tip of her left big toe by a yellow jacket that was lurking in her shoe, just waiting for the right moment. And my ex-lover told me a wasp was lying in wait on his pillow when he laid his head down to sleep. Thinking of me, it stung him just beneath his eye. Perhaps a warning. So this next poem is also all true. Yeah, everything in this poem is true. So I like taking normal things in life and making poems out of them. And it's kind of funny that the bass player in the previous group had been in a car accident and his car was totaled, because that happened to me 2 days ago. And it's like, what's going on? So I will write a poem about that, but I haven't written it yet. But this is something that actually happened as well. It's called Connections. You lie crumpled in the back of a yard in Lynn, Massachusetts, an arrangement of brown fur against green grass. So easy for someone walking by to miss seeing you. Your almost weightless body out of its natural element of air. Only one of your delicate wings able to flap. My friend's daughter notices you, helpless and squirming just a little. Her loud shout summons her dad, and they ponder what to do. In the woods 15 miles away, my phone rings. As I stand with right arm stretched out, my palm a bowl full of seeds for these birds I know personally, the one with the loudest voice, the one who always lands on the middle of my forearm and walks down it to my offering. I pause to answer, and I am swarmed by hungry nuthatches squawking for seeds. They flutter impatiently around me while I tell my friend to contact Dan's Wildlife Rescue. 25 miles away, Beth from Arlington hops into her car on a rescue mission to take this small brown creature into her care. Over 800 miles away, smoke from fires in Canada drifts through the air, gathering over cities in the northeast United States. Air quality warnings issued throughout the area. The sky near me has an eerie haziness. The air in New York City is orange and toxic. Worst daily air quality ever recorded there or anywhere. People dig out their COVID masks and events are canceled. These fires will happen again. Consider that proverbial butterfly flapping its wings in the southern hemisphere, sending vibrations that may cause a tornado somewhere else. How does this apply to these scenarios? I'm going to give audience choice. I have two poems about fruit. I have a poem about cantaloupe, and I have a poem about strawberries. So, who wants cantaloupe? Cantaloupe! Somebody has to tell me like how the vote is going, because I can't really tell. Who wants? So shout out if you want cantaloupe. Shout out if you want strawberries. Strawberries! So I like strawberries for mine. I'm guessing. I didn't really count the votes. This ballot box may have been fixed. I don't know. This isn't about strawberries. Seeking succulent sweetness. Those grocery store strawberries never really cut it. Pale red on the outside and white on the inside. No juice oozing out when you bite into them. So disappointing with their false promises of succulent sweetness and bright red juice in your mouth. No, give me the fresh picked ones beckoning from the booths of the Ponchatoula Strawberry Festival. Their heart-shaped bodies dressed in bright red gowns, seeds adorning them like sequins, perky green crowns perched atop their heads, flashy like showgirls. They'd kick their legs high if they had them. Beauty queens of the summer. Their scent enfolds me as I buzz around like a bee, dizzy with euphoria, and amble over to a table staffed by Louise from nearby Landry Farm. My eyes savor the neatly arranged pints, quarts, and flats. She asks, would you all like to try one? Of course, I say yes. I raise this plumply luscious delicacy, warm from the Louisiana sun, to my waiting mouth. And no, this is perfection, a promise fulfilled. One more? Okay. That's a challenge. Let's see. I've got frogs.
Zucchini.
I'll read the one about frogs. This is called vernal. On an early spring morning, while the light is dim, air still holding a chill, sun arcing upward in the misty sky, I walk silently on my usual path through these woods I know so well. Approaching the vernal pool, I listen hopefully for the squawking of sex-crazed frogs. This sound that so delights me a true sign of spring's fecund energy. I step slowly toward the pond, knowing how shy these frogs can be before overcome by a frenzy they can't control. Bubbles arise from the dark depths, the water shimmering with unseen life. And then I hear it, the first guttural croak of one brave frog determined to call out for love. The chorus begins slowly and builds to a quacking cacophony of frog lust. I stand there absorbing these insistent croaks into my own lonely body and walk close to the water to watch clusters of amorous amphibians swimming after each other. Sensing movement behind me, I see another creature enter this shaded grove, a large butterfly with black wings that iridesce deep purple in shafts of sunlight shining between gaps in the branches. She flies slowly toward me, circles around me 3 times, comes close, and brushes her antenna against my left cheek. Quivers of sensation travel through my body. Her wings tickle as she whispers softly into my ear, "Open your heart and trust. My cells unfurl like new blossoms."